Hey, Libra, intuitive soul coach here with your August 2023 bonus reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. And Libra, you are showing up right away here as your overall energy, which is keeping your heart open because this month is powerful. We're feeling it in the cosmos. We have 4 to 6 planets going retrograde. We have 2 full super moons, including that blue moon at the end of the month. We have the Lionsgate portal. We have the new moon in Leo. So there is a lot of activity going on, and you may be feeling the energies quite intensely. So today we'll take a look and see how this energy will affect you on a personal level, professional level. We'll take a look at your greatest strengths and fullest potential, action steps that you can take at this time. We'll get messages from your guides as well as a celebratory outcome, which I love. So your overall energy here, Libra, is you, yourself. It's all about keeping your heart open this month because what's happening is a lot of you have been going through a lot of personal transformative changes in your inner world. And if you haven't already started to see them in your outer world, I feel like you absolutely are going to sooner rather than later here. So you may have felt the energies coming before it showed up. I'm getting that a lot of you have been heightening those psychic senses. You have the ability to understand, feel, and see things before they happen. So a lot of you are tuning into the energy of what's happening on a global level, a worldwide level, and then within yourself as well, and you're ascending. So keep your heart open this month to new experiences, new people, to new emotions. Some of you may even have some subconscious triggers and beliefs come to the surface because as we ascend, we're being guided to get rid of the old programs, get rid of the old applications in a sense of egotistical judgments that we have, preconceived notions of how things should be. This is about us keeping our heart open to the possibilities, which are endless. So Libra, when this comes into your career sector, this could be you changing your mind. Maybe you decide that you don't want to be in that career path that you've been in for the last 20 years. Maybe you want to branch off in a new direction. For others of you, perhaps you've realized that you've done all that you could do or learned all that you could learn in your current employment and you want to go off and build a business, or maybe you want to take a certification, go back to school, start a YouTube channel, put yourself out there, start an Etsy shop. Maybe you want to open your own brick and mortar business. So I am getting here in career, in business, in money. Even if you are retired, this is a really powerful time to grow and advance in so many different ways. Now we have a blue moon, which is that second moon of the month, and that lands on August 30th. That full moon is in Pisces, and that is a very powerful time for divine downloads. Our heightened senses are going to be off the chart. You may be seeing things in your third eye with your eyes closed or with your eyes open that you have never seen in this earthly realm before. Now, I'm not saying that to scare you, and I feel like a lot of you watching, you are already spiritual beings. A lot of you are light workers, so this may not surprise you, but I am sensing that those gifts of yours, you may find that you have new ones. Perhaps maybe you've never been able to astral travel, remote view. Perhaps you've never been able to see things, hear things, feel things. That is going to change for you because again, these emotions, these downloads, these feelings are enhanced. Times 10 is what Spirit's been giving me. So stay open, keep that heart open. Don't close it down to fear. I also get that a lot of you are going to have a call to do some sort of humanitarian work, service work to others to help uplift. It could be coaching, mentoring, healing, perhaps energy work, shamanism, hypnotherapy. You may really dive into the exotic realm this month. So we'll take a look and we'll clarify the energies here, but let's talk about your greatest strength which is pushing through any insecurities. This is Cancer energy, which is Pisces fellow water sign here. So pushing through your insecurities, whatever they may be. Perhaps it is insecurities around love. Maybe you feel like you'll be alone, or you aren't sure if you can go off on your own and leave a relationship that may have run its course. Perhaps you feel insecure with the skills that you have, with your gifts, and you're not sure if they'll be accepted. Maybe you feel judged. Whatever this is here for you, Libra, this is the best opportunity for you to push through them. Now, retrograde can bring up a lot of the REs, which I like to say, which is a reorganization, rethinking things, replenishing the body, mind, soul. It's reevaluating. So all of those things that you can do to take a little bit of a step back, get to the root of a situation or a problem and say, okay, how can I tackle this from a new perspective? How can I do something differently this time so I can get a new result? That's what the retrogrades are bringing up for you. New ways to communicate, new ways to showcase your work. This is all about reinventing. So a lot of you are reinventing your brand, reinventing the way you look, the way that you deal with transactions, with communications. So it is a very powerful time for you, Libra. That's your greatest strength this month, is to push through those insecurities, to head towards those higher energies, to live your best life of abundance, love, prosperity, and to hit those goals and those milestones that your soul has come here to learn and to have that experience of. Now, your fullest potential is to attune to the divine. There's that moon in Pisces. So beautiful clarifier of that blue moon at the end of the month. This is about you getting in alignment with your soul's purpose, your soul's mission. So for those of you who have been staying honest and truthful to yourself about your purpose, about your life, to others, if you've been communicating in an effective way, and for those of you that have been maybe meditating and doing the spiritual work and you feel like you are moving forward on that purpose and that path in a productive, abundant way, and you're experiencing all that you can, I feel like you're going to see increases and enhancements and expansions of the conscious mind. For those of you who have struggled with maybe being honest with yourself about what you truly need to do in a situation, you may find that it is a little bit disheveled, because what's happening is there could be tower moments coming in for you, and towers don't always have to be bad. Tower gets a bad rap, but towers are actually quite beautiful because it allows us to take the leap. It allows us to grow, to evolve, and to shift things up where we normally feel a little bit stuck. So if you do feel stuck in an area of your life, this could be the month where it all falls apart in order for it to come back together in a beautiful new way, because you are attuning to the divine. That is your fullest potential this month, is to come back home to you, to connect with your higher self, for you to take a look by stepping back, stepping outside of the trigger or an emotion or an environment, so you can see it from a bigger picture. That's the overall energy here for you as well. I'm getting is just focusing on things that maybe you weren't able to put into focus. This is the month where you get clear about what it is that you need to do to make your world better. So I'm really loving this for you. Now, action steps, Libra, that you can take in the month of August to help you move towards whatever it is that you've chose to experience in an abundant way here on earth, is to focus on the positive. You have Sagittarian energy here. I'm also getting the December energy of some shifts that may have happened for you. December could be a month where perhaps there was some job changes. There may have been changes in love. Some of you may have lost a loved one, or it could have been a month where you really struggled to grow your business or to evolve in a way that you really wanted to see by the end of the year, perhaps in 2022. For others of you, I've been getting this 7 to 10 energy. So you may have felt like you were stuck in these cycles for maybe even the last 7 years, or it just feels like you were in quicksand or you felt a little stuck, but you actually were growing and evolving. You've just had to go through it a little bit slower, but now things may feel like they're picking up momentum, but on an energetic level. August is all about us slowing down on the physical, right? It is about us coming back together. That's why we have these retrogrades periods, for us to slow down and take a look at our path. Are we on the right path? Do we need to course correct? Is what we're doing, is it working for us? Do we need to eliminate certain things, certain foods, certain relationships, patterns, habits from our lives? Is it allowing us to be all that we can be? So focus on the positive this month. Now, it doesn't mean that you'll never have another challenge or things won't get bumpy along the way, but the only thing that you can control is your response and your reaction to the situation. So if you live and lead with love, which is what's showing up here for you, Libra, with leading with your heart, I feel like there's going to be more of a flow instead of resistance. If you open your heart and connect with people on a heart-to-heart level, I feel like the egos that typically get caught up in the mix and those lower vibrational emotions that can come in, I feel like those will be dispelled more easily. It will even be at times where someone, if they are already in a lower vibration and maybe that 5 of Swords energy where it's fight or flight or confrontation, not saying that that won't happen, but you'll be able to move through it with more ease than maybe you have in the past, because either two things are going to happen. Someone is going to completely avoid you because their energy is down here where yours is up here. Now, by all means, does that mean that someone is better than another person? Not at all. It's just the energy frequencies here. So someone is going to see your energy and they're going to say, well, I really don't want to mess with that. Or what's going to happen is you're going to come together and you're going to meet up here. They're going to raise their vibrations to find the best solutions. And those are the people that you're wanting to maybe work through obstacles with, or if you can see eye to eye, or some of you are just going to come together at different points and then bounce back apart because they're focusing on their energy and you're focusing on yours, and it may not be similar. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So focus on the positive this month. Self-talk is very important. Affirmations, that 8/8 Lionsgate portal is a really beautiful time to set new intentions, to create that vision board, to open yourself up to higher dimensions, to connect with your guides, meditate, really go inward if you can. If you haven't already checked out the collective message on the Lionsgate portal, I'll link it in the description box below for your convenience. So focus on the positive, Libra. Now let's take a dive into some of these energies before we move forward. Let's see what this overall energy of you, Libra, keeping your heart open. What else do you need to know? Perhaps some of you may have shut your heart down. There could have been a lack of belief that spirit hears your prayers, or maybe a lot of you weren't connecting, and there you are, loud and clear once again, Libra. So you're showing up very powerful. You're showing up in a powerful position. But I am getting that some of you, there was a little bit of lack mentality around abundance, around money, around love, or maybe you were second guessing your own abilities, your own skills, Libra, when it comes to your spiritual gifts or your professional skills as well. Perhaps you were told that you weren't good enough, or maybe you haven't advanced in the way that you would like, or perhaps your worth hasn't been valued or noticed. And sometimes that can take a hit right directly to that self-confidence, that solar plexus chakra. But I feel like you're stepping up here. If that happened in the past, this month you're saying, I need to go where I'm valued. And that's what I was talking about earlier. If you're up here and you know your worth, but yet someone down here isn't valuing you, what's going to happen, as mentioned, is someone's either going to have to see your value and compromise, right? Compromise, some sort of negotiation, maybe better pay, more hours, whatever it may be that you're seeking, or when it comes to love, right? There needs to be some sort of connection. Otherwise, I feel like you're going to go elsewhere. So this is a really powerful message. Libra, here you are, Queen of Swords, right behind it, Page of Wands, new opportunity to go out there and explore. Keep yourself open. When the Page of Wands shows up, this is about staying curious, being that student that you are. And you're always growing, Libra. You have a very brilliant mind. You need that stimulation, that intellectuality. You need that conversion of being able to stimulate the mind with adventure, with thought, with spontaneity. So there's a lot happening here for you. So stay open, because I feel like you're the teacher, but you're always on the back end, the student. So you may actually be a very wise teacher, counselor, coach, tarot reader, psychic, but on the back end, you're constantly growing and evolving. And I'm getting here mental stimulation. So this month, your mind is getting stimulated in ways that you haven't felt for quite some time. And maybe you have felt it, but it's enhanced, because I'm getting here an expansion of consciousness for you. Page of Wands could also be about new messages coming in around career, around maybe a project, a course of study. This may affect your career in a big way. You may have some new light bulb moments. There's that reciprocity. That's what I've been trying to tell you with my imagery here of your energy and theirs. If it isn't meeting in the middle, if there's not reciprocity here, things are going to change for you, Libra. Relationships, career, health. You may notice that you aren't able to eat specific foods that you were able to eat in the past because certain things aren't agreeing with you. You may decide to cut out red meats, sugars, alcohols, and only stick to more organic or whole foods or things that your body is able to digest. A lot of you may not even be able to be around that toxicity that maybe one time you soaked up, or it felt like you were saturated, not because you wanted it, Libra, but because it just happened to be in the energy and you didn't feel like you could do anything to get rid of it. I feel like that's changing here with the Six of Pentacles, because this is the card of generosity and reciprocity. It is the card of that equal give and take. You may even see that there's some unexpected gifts for you this month. And it's beautiful to see this Eight of Swords in reverse, because it means you're getting out of your own way. You're not tripping yourself up. You're not talking yourself out of a situation by saying, well, the past is going to come in and repeat itself. You're not replaying that old broken record in your mind. Again, consciousness is expanding for you this month, Libra, for all of us, but specifically for you. I do see this opportunity for you to free yourself from something that you felt restricted or trapped in. So really powerful. And then your last card here is the Page of Cups. It is in reverse here. So the Page of Cups is the message is about keeping that heart open. Okay, because remember, that is your overall energy. And this is clarifying your greatest strengths this month. So for those of you that have struggled with going in a direction where you follow your heart, right? Love what it is that you do. Maybe it's attracting love. It could be putting yourself out there to be open to vulnerability, right? Wearing your heart on your sleeve. A lot of signs have beginning page energy, and you just received 2 pages. And a lot of signs have been getting these 2 pages, Page of Cups and Page of Wands. So the Page of Cups is news of something emotional. Some of you fall in love quickly, right? Because Venus rules you as well. Venus is one of the planets retrograde at this time. So you may be feeling the impacts quite strong, right? They may be impacting your relationships, but I feel like this is an opportune moment for you, Libra, to really heal, to really keep that heart open, not take things personally. This is a time for you to grow and expand and emotionally mature, because some of you may have gotten married young. I'm hearing young love. It doesn't mean that you're still with that person, but you could have been married maybe early on, even as a teenager or a young adult. I'm getting here early marriage. For others of you, children may be involved as well. It could be teenagers. It could be young adults. They may be going off to college. They may be going off living on their own. For some of you, you're letting go of a mental story, maybe that you had played in your head since you yourself were a teenager or a young adult. Maybe it was something that you struggled with for many, many moons, right? This is an opportune moment for you to grow and evolve and bring balance back into your life, which, Libra, of all the signs, you're the one that can do that here the best. Now let's take a look here at action steps. We have focusing on the positive. I do see here you're able to push through these insecurities. I just want to take a peek and see what some of these insecurities are for you, Libra, and how we can help you push through them. What are the insecurities here for Libra that Libra can work on? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, they're saying 3. All right, 3 cards here. Thank you, Spirit. All right, Hanged Man, Five of Pentacles, Six of Wands. Beautiful. Six of Wands is actually one of my ultimate favorite minor arcanas because it means that you've gone through that Five of Wands as well, which can feel competitive. It can feel like competition, market saturation. It can be criticism. Some of you, maybe you were criticized as a teenager. Maybe you were bullied. You've gone through rejection. You've gone through insecurities of the self, of the body, right? Of the mind. Maybe you were ostracized for your gifts, your skills, the way you look, the way you dress, growing up poor, all of those things, but you're able to overcome all of it and say that was just an experience that I had, right? It doesn't define me. And there's the victory wreath right next to her. So I'm loving that this is your outcome energy because you've come through a lot here. And if you have felt that competitiveness, or if you have felt the need to maybe collaborate more on a global level, personal level, professional level, collaboration is key here. And I feel like you're coming out on top and the spotlight is on you, Libra. Some of you may have Leo in your chart. I'm getting strong Leo placements. Others of you may have a little bit of Aries. I'm getting that leadership or that spotlight energy here as well. Now, the insecurities, the Hanged Man is getting yourself unstuck, right? Hanged Man can be about releasing control. Control may be a big thing, Libra, that you have struggled with, trying to control a situation, because some of you had childhoods that were chaotic, right? And a lot of times when children grow up in a chaotic environment, that brings in the energy of control as an adult. They try to control things because it makes them feel like there's a sense of security where they didn't have that as a small child or even as a teenager for some of you. Some of you could be releasing control around family dynamics, including your own children, right? I feel control is something that you are working on and you've actually done quite well in letting the universe have some breathing room to work its magic. There's something here with surrender and acceptance. Surrender, acceptance, and control may be some of the big insecurities that you hold on to. But I like that they're showing up in reverse because it means that you're releasing, right? It means that you're working on letting these things go. The Hanged Man is about getting yourself, again, out of that period of being in a limbo, feeling like you're sacrificing. So for example, perhaps you were on a diet, or maybe you're trying to eat healthier, but you have a sweet tooth and it felt like a sacrifice to get rid of all the sweets. But now you're realizing I really love eating, certain foods that don't contain copious amounts of sugar or processed foods. I really enjoy eating these healthy things. So it's not really a sacrifice. It is, a duty to my body to eat healthier and to feel healthy. So some of those things that you once thought were a sacrifice, you're realizing through the new perspective here, through the Hanged Man, that in fact it was one of the best things and decisions you could have done, and it's leading you to a lot of success, right? I'm also getting, for some of you, that public speaking class that you may have took really helped you in your career. For others of you, Librans, even though you can be the social butterfly of the zodiac, some of you are introverts. You may be quite shy, but there is something here with putting yourself out there, whether it's putting your heart on the line, being vulnerable in your professional life, speaking what's on your mind, maybe even writing a memoir or a book, creating a YouTube channel. There's something here with you being able to express yourself and do it unapologetically, right? Unapologetically you, Libra, is what I'm getting here. So pushing through those insecurities so you can completely attune to the divine, so you can feel the love, feel the magnetized energy from the universe here. And you're going to focus on that positivity. So really wonderful. This is a huge month for you, and I feel like you are feeling it. So action steps, aside from being positive, we have here, talk less and feel more. This is a really wonderful card, actually, and I believe it may have been Aries. Yes, Aries that received this as well, and we just had that Aries energy come in for you. So this is the month with the retrogrades, which again bring in all the REs, reflect, reprioritize, replenish, It's a time for you to take a little bit of a step back. Talk less. Feel the energies. Feel through the heart, Libra, because you are an air sign, and a lot of the things that you see and feel, they come through the head space first, which, nothing wrong with that. But focus on keeping that heart open to that unconditional love and compassion for others this month, for situations, for the trees, for the plants, for the birds, the animals. Talk less and just allow yourself to feel whatever comes your way, but don't attach yourself to whatever the feelings are, right? Let them pass through you, flow through you. That's how you truly know you're in attunement with the divine. Now, messages from your guides. We have trust all will be well. Yeah, absolutely. Even though we have 4 to 6 planets, I believe Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Venus, and then August 23rd brings in Mercury retrograde, and then Chiron on the 28th. So yeah, a lot of things feeling like they could be going haywire, but trust that all will be well. So you may feel like you're the eye of the tornado this month. So it may seem externally that things are going berserko, right? Fireworks everywhere, and you're the one standing smack dab in the middle, so you can hear it, you can see it, you can feel it, but you're not necessarily being affected in a huge way. You're observing. So I feel like you're the bystander. You're the witness here this month. Trust all will be well. Is it going to shake up your world? Absolutely. But I feel if it does, it's because you needed a shaking up here, Libra. You needed some sort of change. And I feel like this is change for the better. Trust that all will be well. That's what your guides want you to know. And then we have here, your outcome energy, final outcome. We have reflect on your priorities. We have last quarter moon in Aquarius, and we actually have that full moon in Aquarius on August 1st. So this is a really beautiful time to reflect. What's working in your life, Libra? What's not? What emotions do you feel like you're attached to? What ones can you let flow through you? So what's feeling a little bit sticky, a little bit heavy, and what can you do to bring a sense of lighter energy to the mix here? So reflecting on those priorities, and then again, you have more Aries energy here, which is your opposite. And we also have the South and North node on a global level in Aries and Libra. It just switched from the Taurus Scorpio South and North node. So what that means is it's time for you, after you reflect on what those priorities are, because what I've been finding for a lot of signs and a lot of clients in general is those priorities that you once had, they're changing. And it's okay for them to change. So many times people get stuck on thinking, well, this is a priority. It's always been a priority. It's going to be the top priority for my whole life. Sometimes those priorities change, right? It could be depending on what's happening in your life. Maybe you're raising children and maybe family or children is a priority. Maybe your job, maybe your relationship, maybe your health. Everything in life is constantly changing. That's the only thing that we can rely on that's always going to be consistent, is that change. So switching up some sort of priorities for you is on the agenda, and that's what this month is all about as well. Reflection, taking a step back and saying, okay, do I need to course correct? Do I need to reprioritize? Do I need to focus on my health more? Do I need to get organized in this area? Do I need to move to this energy, make this shift to feel better, body, mind, and soul? So once you reflect, once you get to the point of you being completely in tune with what it is that you know for your soul, for your higher self, this Aries energy says go for it. Once you have those priorities on that list, right, it's a powerful month to go for it as well. So I am getting here with your overall, your outcome basically is this Aries energy. We're going to clarify and see what this means for you before we wind down your reading. What does this mean here for Libra, please? Final celebratory outcome is going for it, going big or going home, Libra. So some sort of idea that you have, it could be, oh my gosh, you can't make that up, Chariot. You're being divinely guided to move in a new direction. I feel like you already know what this is, right? At the bottom of the deck, we have the Temperance here. So something that's been slow coming in, or something that maybe you've tried to be patient about, right? Because again, we have the insecurities showing up as maybe control. It could be some fears around what happens if I take that step forward, or feeling a little bit stuck, right? Resistance here, or it could be even be moderating your thoughts, your feelings. It's patience, Libra. Patience, basically. So pushing through, you've been patient long enough, I feel, and you've learned some very, very valuable lessons. And look what's right behind patience is the Eight of Wands. That is some quick moving energy. That is the Chariot's little sister. So we have the Chariot showing up to clarify you going for it. And if that's not a message from Spirit saying, Libra, it's time to expand consciousness, expand in your beliefs, expand a business, expand, maybe a move, vacation, travel. Some of you are planning travel as well with that Chariot. You may be thinking about getting a new vehicle. There could be a company vehicle involved. So definitely opportune moments for you this month to grow, to evolve, and to expand. I hope that resonates and helps you out. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channel messages out there to those that need it most. If you're vibing with the energy of the channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so much, Libra, for being here and spending your precious time and energy with us today. Lots of love.